If you've been hurt and it hurts real bad, or if you have feelings that are making you sad, then it's okay to cry.
In the past, if you wanted to pay money to cheat on your wife, you'd hire a prostitute. But thanks to modern technology, people are doing it the smart way. Instead, they join a website with millions of other people, create a profile that leaves behind a ton of incriminating evidence as to what their identity is, and then a day or two later when regret finally grips them, pay money to that site in hopes that the infidelity on their part will never be discovered by their spouse, that their husband or wife will never learn how unfaithful they are. Why, what could possibly go wrong? Aside from absolutely fucking everything. Well, you'd have to ask the users of AshleyMadison.com, a website created for the sole purpose of helping you cheat on your significant other. You can think of it like a Craigslist for whores. It has millions and millions, 30 million plus users. And you can see that little lock and key. It means it's secure. So you can rest assured any information that you put into this website will never come back to haunt you. Unless a group by the name of, Team Impact somehow gets into their databases, takes a ton of information including phone numbers, emails, addresses, credit card numbers, PayPal information, nude pictures, sex fantasies, and threatens to dump it if the website doesn't give in to their demands. And then theoretically, following this chain of thought, let's say the website says, fuck off, we're not going to do what you want. Well, that could only lead to one possible outcome. Team Impact dumping that information, and then your dirty laundry being available for the entire world to see. But what are the fucking odds, right? That's never going to happen. Wait, what? That actually did happen? And their information's being passed around the internet like it's candy. Huh. I guess the odds would be 1 to 1 then. I look foolish. Well, as you can imagine, there are about, 30 million plus people that aren't taking this news very well right now. They're a little bit, pants-shitting terrified that their lives are about to implode when their significant other, their husband or their wife, finds out they're a cheating asshole and files for divorce, and I don't blame them. Have you seen a modern divorce proceeding? It is not going to be a pretty sight. Well, not for them. For the lawyers, they're going to be fucking high-fiving each other for about the next 8 months. For you and the majority of the other users that happen to use this website, pretty fucking dark days ahead, let's be honest. So exactly how are people reacting? I mean, they just found out that all the deviant shit they've been doing is pretty much put out there for the world as people scour over all of this information that's been dumped. How exactly are people handling it? Well, if you want to know what a deviant thinks about this, it's best to go to the place they congregate at, Reddit. And lucky for us, there's a subreddit that was created just for the leak. AM Updates, that's Ashley Madison Updates. The hackers have released all the data. Discuss here. And no, I have not downloaded the file, and I don't intend to, so please stop PMing me asking me if I can find you on it. As it says directly below, I have never had an Ashley Madison account, so why do I want the list? I'm just moderating this sub because I find the hack interesting. The moderation of this sub has no affiliation with Ashley Madison in business, and we have never been customers, we are simply moderators. Please do not send media requests. Do not share links to any downloads. Doing so will have your comment removed and your account reported to the administrators for doxing per Reddit's terms of service. And of course, it's easily verifiable this is a real subreddit because they misspell doxing. And that's how you know you're on Reddit. Dumb motherfuckers. Well, this particular thread, I believe that's what they call it there, has about 1,200 replies. And I don't know why there's a Star of David next to the moderator's name. But it's this website, I just don't get it. It's like a David Copperfield trick to me. It's fucking smoke and mirrors. It's very confusing. I think it means something. Somebody paid money to give them that? I don't know. But regardless, 1,284 comments at the time that I actually read through this. God knows how many more are in there right now. And it is a mystery because they've locked this subreddit down. They will not let you get in there unless you are invited or allowed in via a moderator. Now you might be asking, why would they give a fuck about security now? They've pretty much had all their details given out. I mean, I know your fucking name, your address, your phone number, your credit card information. I know how hard you want to get fucked in your ass because I read your kink profile. So are you really gun shy now that I might read your Reddit post? That's where you draw the line? Like we need to lock this shit down at this level because I don't want you to see what I'm posting. Sure, go look at my nude pictures that have been released in the database leak, but please for the love of God, don't read my Reddit post. So I figured we could sample what some of the people have to say and get an idea of what Ashley Madison users are actually experiencing at the moment. Found my information on there with my full name and city. No street address, but bad enough. The only way I see this not being as bad as this is creating a situation where there's so much junk and data out there that nobody is able to distinguish the real thing from the truth. Why not create fake websites, allowing people to search for names and emails, but automatically creating no matches or positive matches for absolutely every search? I have the information, and honestly, there's so much of it that after the first 1,000 names in the spreadsheet, I really don't care who was in there. The general public will forget about this in a few weeks, but the main goal should be to make it so confusing for the average person as possible that after half an hour, they realize it's not worth their time. Aren't you just a devious little Redditor? What a shocking surprise. The guy who cheats on his wife using ashleymadison.com wants to try to put out a fake database with other people's names so they don't look guilty. You realize how many people were in this leak? 30 fucking million people. You're going to create a fake database with 30 million bullshit entries? Just because you don't want to tell your wife that you like fucking other women? Good luck with that in a few weeks. Oh, you have your wishing hat on, asshole. Yeah, a few weeks. Yeah, that's cute. Well, a lot do. I'm a female user and met with 15 men in 5 months. I rejected the offer of many more to meet. Some of the men I met or chatted to on the site had several affairs with women from Ashley Madison. There's a lot of men who want cybersex too. I am a raging whore. I need dick in me every moment that I'm awake. And my husband just can't provide that for me. He's working. And I need men to come over and just fill my holes. Do you guys really expect your wife to search out these sites and look for you? If you remember the Friend Finder hack, I don't recall a single person of significance or otherwise being outed. I really expect this will all go away shortly. The AFF hack was only email addresses. This is real names and addresses. Quite different. All that has to happen is a major news story to hit, or Trump to make a statement. So I think what Redditors are saying is, whatever people do after watching this particular video and hearing that comment, don't tweet Donald Trump about Ashley Madison to get him to somehow acknowledge it and make it a news story so this asshole's wife finds out that he fucks people behind her back. Don't do that. That is not what you should do. New statement from ALM on their website. Statement from Avid Life Media, August 19th, 2015. Toronto, Ontario, August 19th, 2015. No current or past members' full credit card numbers were stolen from Avid Life Media. Any statements to the contrary are false. Avid Life Media has never stored members' full credit card numbers. Note the word full as opposed to yesterday's statement claiming they didn't keep credit card info on users at all. The data has the last 4 of your credit card. Your name, home address, the email associated with the card, but not necessarily the email of the account itself. Sometimes it depends. The IP of the computer you were using and how much you paid them. That's enough to ruin some people. Who gives a shit about credit card numbers? Are they really thinking we are worried about someone going out to buy a PlayStation with my credit card? I'm worried about seeing my full name and address associated with this transaction. Assholes! You know, I think there's some Freudian level shit going on with high blood pressure, what the fuck. Of course, he would immediately default to thinking they're going to go buy a PlayStation. Because what better for users of ashleymadison.com, people who have no game, to get a system that has no games? You should think on that. That's some meta-level shit you're dealing with. There's another site where you could check by email address. At the bottom, it says this, coming soon, name and address checker tool to check if any of your other personal information was leaked, and some graphs if I get time, after I sleep. This should be taken down right away. Fuck. Well, shut it down. I mean, it's not like Ashley Madison's parent company has been actively trying to do just that for the last 3 or 4 days. DMCAing different data repositories, different sites that have been hosting the information, even going after journalists who would dare to tweet about this or put information related to it out in the public. And you can see just how wonderfully that's worked because all that information's not online anymore, right? It's all gone. Ashley Madison was able to pull it all down. You're saying, oh wait, no, they couldn't take down shit. Welcome to the internet. Once you put it out there, it's never coming down. Nothing on the face of the earth is ever going to pull it down. You are fucked, my friend. You might as well just get used to the fact that if your information is out there in relation to this website, somebody's going to find it. I would suggest sitting down with your loved one and begging for forgiveness, because that is going to be just uncomfortable for you. Okay, folks, here's the deal as I see it. There's a lot of plausible deniability here. CC info gets hacked all the time. Your name and address are on 18 websites right now separate from the incident and is easily searchable. If you found your info in the leak and you're freaking out, just deny everything.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
There is zero way anyone can 100% prove you cheated, and there is zero way anyone can prove it was you who signed up. Deny everything. You were hacked. It was some a-hole hacker that used your CC info. Well, that is a brilliant plan from another genius Redditor. Okay, honey, no. Don't get angry. Don't get angry. Let me explain. I can explain it. I was hacked. Somebody got my credit card info. Let me explain, really. They hacked me. They hacked me. They took my credit card info. It must have been when I was on iTunes or something. I don't know. You know those websites. But it was more nefarious than that, honey. Okay, I can explain. They took my credit card, and then they found out where I lived, and they drove all the way here, and they snuck into our house when nobody was around, and we wouldn't know they did this. Got onto my computer, figured out my password to log into my computer, and then used the credit card information they had just stolen to sign me up for AshleyMadison.com. That way, the IP address would match with the credit card and my personal information. It's the perfect crime. I don't know why they're doing this. Maybe it's Microsoft and they're still pissed about the Zoom thing, and because I went on iTunes, but baby, I love you, baby. I had the details of my death planned out pretty well before, sort of forgot about it, and then thought maybe the hack was a hoax. Guess not. I think this will be my last post anywhere. It's been fun. Peace out. Well, burn like fire, you're going to burn in fire. Somewhere between the 7th and 9th level of Dante's Inferno. Next to the unbaptized babies, I think. Or the dogs that eat people. Fuck, I haven't read it in a long time, but I know it's not going to be pleasant. Dear hackers, congrats. As much as you think we are a piece of shit for being on Ashley Madison, you're a piece of shit as well, and hopefully in jail someday. Just wanted to let you know one thing because I am sure you're reading Reddit. Don't get caught. If you get caught and your identity gets known, I will personally be coming after your family. Reddit can delete this if you want, but it's hard truth, and it should remain. I know I'm not the only one who feels that way. We should just let them know about what retribution is. That's how I'm going to handle. The rest of you can choose your own way. Watch yourself. Wasabi 12013 is coming for you, motherfuckers. Hopefully Team NPAC can withstand the heavy fedora tipping that's in their bleak futures when Wasabi finds them. Now, it's not just Ashley Madison users or Redditors that have taken an interest in the Ashley Madison leak. There are different communities all over the web that are trying to glean different pieces of information off of what's been released. One such place is Achew.net. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this website, I can give you a little bit of a background primer. Achew.net was founded by somebody by the name of Hot Wheels. Now, most people don't know his real identity, just that he's a car thief from somewhere on the West Coast. He made his fortune boosting Toyota Celicas and used that to start a website. And on that website, a certain board by the name of Poll exists. Now, browsers of Poll have been going through the information, they've been sifting through it. Now, you might be wondering, well, how could this be allowed? If Ashley Madison's trying to take it down, if different news outlets won't report details, why would Achew.net, why would Poll allow this? Well, the owner of the Poll board released a statement about this. He goes by the name Ben, and this is a picture that he put up. He said that it's obscured a little bit to protect his identity, but he uses it to verify who he is. What the fuck do I care if a bunch of degenerates end up with ruined lives and marriages? Just leaves less work for me in September if they kill themselves out of despair now. Hell, they should consider this a favor, to be honest with you. At least this way, they don't have to watch as the Montana militia airdrops on their asses. So as you can see, it's quite an extremist board. This Ben individual seems highly disturbed, and he, for whatever reason, wants the users, the people that browse the Poll board on Achew, to talk about this subject. And talk about it they have. They've dug through it and they found a lot of interesting things. Now, because Ashley Madison's parent company is throwing around DMCAs like they're fucking party favors, I've had to edit these screen caps. The only thing I've redacted is actual identifying information, but they are in the post. So what have they found exactly as they've sifted through all this information? Well, they found a host of things. They found the heads of corporations, people working in international finance, people who run websites, people who advise celebrities in Hollywood and run their own businesses, and some of whom are actually well known. Hell, it goes even further than that. They didn't just confine themselves to looking for CEOs or people that were in the financial sector. They started looking at military and government IDs. Because one of the things that's been reported now over the last day is that it's between 10 to 15,000 government and military email addresses used on the Ashley Madison website. They had a whole list of government emails from the UK. They even claimed to have found a politician from Canada with her information matching up to the leaked Ashley Madison info. And while some of these claims may seem outlandish, they're starting to be corroborated with different news sources. In fact, Josh Duggar recently was found to be connected to this. Now, Duggar, if you're unfamiliar with him, aside from being a hypocritical, slimy asshole, also is well known for 19 kids and counting. And I'm not talking about his criminal record, because he is a self-confessed pedophile. No, he's connected to the TV show. He's also a strong proponent of family values. In fact, working for an organization that promotes them. So it's kind of like the perfect first celebrity to be involved in the Ashley Madison hack, when you think about it. He's been on TV, molested some kids, family values advocate, and he's paying lots of money to delete information because he's fucking people behind his wife's back. Just brilliant. Of course, it's not just people in the financial sector. It's not bankers and politicians and people in education and people in Hollywood that have been drawn into this. It's also game development. There's a list floating around right now. You can see here is the paste bin that's up. I don't know if it's still up at this time. Again, Ashley Madison's parent company is taking down pretty much fucking everything they can. But this was up and available earlier. And it has a very long list of game development studios and publishers emails from accounts that were registered on Ashley Madison. So let's take a look. Let's see what those game devs have been up to. Here's one from Naughty Dog, and their plea is, "You won't be disappointed. Please, ladies, try to contain your orgasms." Here's some accounts from Blizzard employees. You can see a little bit of gamer humor in there. Who drank all the Mountain Dew? Then again, this might be legitimate. Maybe his sexual fantasy is being smeared with Dorito chips. I don't fucking know. What about Disney? Oh god, do you remember Disney? Let's take a look at Disney. Married but want more. Kinda curious. Friend wanted. Fun time. You know, I'll be the first to admit, Disney's a little different than when I was a kid.
عدنا إليكم ونحن في اشتياق دائم لرؤيتكم في برنامجكم الأسبوعي رواد الغد والذي نضع وإياكم حجر الأساس لقيادة العالم بقيادة إسلامية.
Yeah, they kind of went full tilt with their shit lately. But I think my favorite is from the Korean developer Nexon. You might know them from their shitty fucking online games. Now this is obviously written in Korean, so I've translated it for you. When you want to slap barefoot girl like fucking with me, please beat the soles of my bare cheeks state. Barefoot definitely life. Shoes as the pain. Really helps to flush out their design philosophy at Nexon, doesn't it? That list, by the way, has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of entries. So check out the paste bin if it's still up. You might be surprised by who's on it. I sure as shit was. Now, all of this has only happened in the last day or so. The information was actually out there for a couple of days, but people started paying attention in the last 24 hours. And already you're seeing an explosion of interest. People are running for cover and scattering like cockroaches because they fear their marriage is going to implode. And rightfully so. At the same time, you have people all over the web on multiple communities looking into every aspect of this information that you could possibly think to look into. What politicians are involved? Is anybody on a presidential campaign involved? Are any staffers for a presidential campaign involved? Are any of the candidates actually involved? People looking at bankers and CEOs and heads of companies, people looking at people in the military and in education, people looking just for the guy that lives down the fucking street, just on the off chance. And of course, game developers and publishers. And why not? You already know one of their fetishes is fucking the customer, so why not see what else turns them on? You know, for the hell of it. And if Duggar is any indication of what we have to look forward to, I expect some phenomenal things to come forward from this. Now, I've seen the argument put forward that this is terrible, hackers did this, it's an invasion of privacy, and you're absolutely right. But I want you to see the hill you're dying on when you make that argument against people like me and others who are just mere observers on the sidelines of this. Who is the worst person in this situation? You've got three different groups. You've got Team Impact. They're the hackers. They're the people that went in, they took private information, and then they released it. And nobody wants that to happen to them. So are they the worst of the three? Well, your second option is the philanderers themselves. You have a website with 30 million fucking accounts. All of these people have come to this website for one purpose: to cheat on their significant other. That is why they're there. They're breaking any kind of sacred vow you can think of. They're in a relationship, and relationships are founded on the idea of trust. How can you trust a partner who willingly goes onto a website like this? What kind of risk are they putting you at? It's not a joke. When you read these people's posts, when you hear them talk about their sexual flings on these websites, they're having sex with multiple partners. Is it safe sex? Are they going out and getting a disease and coming back and bringing it into the house? So of course you're going to have people that are interested in this. So is it that second group? Or is it the third group? Is it the company itself? They were aware of the issues well in advance. They were aware of the hackers' demands, and they were aware of the grievances they had. Ashley Madison charged users to remove information. They didn't let them just outright delete it. And even after paying money to delete your information, they still kept it on their fucking servers. They lied to their customers, and they endangered their privacy, their financial futures, their marriages, and their security by doing so. And 30 million people have now been exposed to having the internet air out their dirty laundry. I'm not the moral authority here. I can't point you to one of these groups and say they're the worst of them. All I can tell you is it's one hell of a fucking shit show. And no matter which side you're coming down on, it is going to be an entertaining week. So buckle up.